Story once again, it's a Fox News alert. You know that they've closed those 19 embassies and diplomatic posts around the Arab world. Well, this morning, apparently, the U.S. Embassy has been ordered evacuated by the Department of State, and personnel have been flown out of that particular country. Also, the United Kingdom doing the same thing. And now I think we have a better idea what exactly the threat is. Apparently, the master bomb makers have come up with something new. It could be the same guy who came up with the underwear bomb, the body bomb, which causes people to become what they refer to as Frankenbombers. Well, now apparently what they've done is somebody has figured out we can take regular clothes, dip them in some sort of explosive, and when they're dry, they're undetectable, but the clothes explode. Crazy. And true.
And also, as Steve was alluding to, the Ibrahim al-Asiri, he was the one who made the underwear bomb and these surgically implanted bombs, is probably behind this kind of technology. The scary thing is that it can go through airport security and apparently not be detected. The other scary thing to report this morning is that at least one or two news sources this morning saying that apparently the terrorists are in place and they're just ready to say go when somebody tells them to do so.
So why is all this happening, and why is the American foreign policy seem to be one of closing embassies down? We spoke earlier with Congressman Louis Gohmert of Texas, who had some strong opinions on this.
If you don't get to the bottom of why our security was breached in Benghazi, just like we never got to the bottom of why the embassies were bombed under President Clinton, then you have to close your embassies like a bunch of cowards.
And what's extraordinary is that we do know some of the operational details regarding, they're worried about exploding clothes and stuff like that, Western interests or American interests over there, probably. But what's disturbing to some is the fact that somebody, could be from the administration, has leaked all of these details about how we got the intercept. Remember, it used to be, back in the day, we'd get intercepts, and we would just find out about a general terror warning. But now, apparently, somebody has leaked the intercept was between Ayman al-Zawahiri in Pakistan with the guy who runs Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, someplace in Yemen. The fact that we know that they were in contact, Judge, burns a source.
So how absurd and how counterproductive and how absent of leadership is it for somebody in the American government to say, you two creeps, the bomb maker and his boss, we got your phone numbers and we've been listening to you. Why tell them that? They are not Americans. They are at war with us.
They're never going to use that phone again.
We're at war with them. Why tell them what we know about them? And yet the government, in an effort to show that its spying works, told them what we know about them.
We don't know who the source is. Fox News was able to confirm that through their sources, and luckily they don't have to give the names of their sources or they wouldn't have them anymore. But in the meantime, Chad Sweet, the former Homeland Security and CIA official, he was on the O'Reilly program last night, and he had these thoughts on that.
The more disturbing aspect of this is that to release any information that acknowledges that we actually had the phone numbers and intelligence for both the leader of Al-Qaeda headquarters and the leader of Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, we've now just burnt that source. Those phones are gone, and those leaders will not use them again. So we have now, unfortunately, cut off a major source of intelligence on the two of the top leaders. So to do that, it takes a very significant threat, and it's now a reality that we're going to have to find new sources of intel.
Yeah, and that makes it very troubling. You got to drum up something else. We got an email from somebody who said, isn't it interesting, ever since this threat level was revealed, we haven't heard anybody talk about, from the administration, how Benghazi is a phony scandal. I also saw an email from somebody who said that the email closing could be the administration's way of just getting us to accept this massive NSA spying that happens not only internationally, but also on all of us.
Or it could be a real terrorist threat.
It could, but we know from history the government likes to gin things up when it wants to
take a bow.
When it wants to take a bow.